and welcome to T3's Tech Week with me, Ree Morgan. Coming up on this week's show, Motorola Xoom is here with a price slash, but who's buying it? Google is hoping to take over the TV world again. Forget the Nintendo 3DS and the Sony NGP. We're going retro with a Commodore 64, all that. And we'll also be revealing our gadget of the week and reading our favourite tweets from @T3DOTCOM. First up, here's the news in brief. The Motorola Xoom wowed the world at CES earlier this year, but it won't be overhauling the iPads just yet. According to Deutsche Bank, the Android honeycomb touting tablet has only managed to shift 100,000 units in the first 5 weeks of it being on sale. YouTube is preparing to take on your favourite TV channels with Google as they're willing to splash $100 million on new content for the site. The Wall Street Journal claims that YouTube's homepage will feature 20 channels, all produced in several hours of professionally produced programmes a week. The new Commodore 64 can finally be yours. The beautifully retro shell with modern PC innards is now available to pre-order. 30 years after originally went on sale, the new iteration comes with Intel's dual-core Atom processor, HDMI and DVI ports, 4 GB of RAM and a Blu-ray player. And finally, Twitter has announced pretty impressive Q1 figures, boasting a 41% increase in overall tweets. Also, it's now reached 155 million tweets a day. That's up from 140 million it announced just a few weeks ago. On now to our gadget of the week, and this week's accolade goes to Google's Chrome OS. Yes, it's pretty much the same as the browser, but in just a few months, we'll be starting to see dedicated hardware running the OS. One of its many treats are the multitude of apps available for it. We run down the top 10. Here's the top 3. Number 10 is Entanglement, and it wouldn't be a list if we didn't have a game. This isn't one for the serious PC gamers, but for casual gamers, it's a must-have. The aim of the game is to rotate hexagonal squares to extend the length of a tangled line. The best part is, it's also available offline. It's hours of endless fun. Number 9 is WikiHow Survival Kit. Do you know how to survive a bear attack, land a plane, or what to do in a riot? No? Well, you'll be needing WikiHow Survival Kit then. As well as testing your bear fighting skills, it has tips on first aid and also the essential how to change a tyre. Number 8, we have Be Funky's photo app. Now, if you're a member of Team Apple, you'll undoubtedly own Colour Splash, and now Be Funky has brought it to Google Chrome's OS. Change your bog standard pics into ranking-esque masterpieces. Well, sort of. For the full rundown, head to T3.com. Now, finally, we've got time for our favourite tweets from @T3DOTCOM. Our first one comes from Keith319, and he tweets @T3.com. My opinion, I believe that the Motorola Xoom won't sell en masse unless the price gets dropped to the same price as the equivalent Asus Transformer, £429. On now to Greystock, and he tweets about Gadget Show Live asking, will we see the Apple iPad 2 on the T3 stand at this year's Gadget Show Live? And will I say it's lighter than I expected? Well, the bad news is we don't have a stand at this year's Gadget Show Live, but the good news is we are doing a show every day at 11 AM in the Hub. Finally, a tweet from @DrunkenTramp, and he tweets 3:26 in the morning, and I finally finished my dissertation on internet in rural Britain. Got my idea for one of Duncan's rants, and that's in the podcast, and you can listen to it here on T3.com or download it on iTunes every Friday. That's all we've got time for. For all the news, reviews, and features, head to T3.com.